January. Yes.
And this is what we do at Virtual Tarot. We do a 4-card spread every month for you, Virgo.
Virgo, and the first card represents the overall environment of the month of January for you.
The second card represents challenges, things that might trip you up.
And the third card is the unexpected. Da-da-da-da.
And the fourth card is the outcome. And then we'll chat a little bit and do a wrap up and give you a great overview of what the entire month has to bring or has in store for you.
Yes.
So, are you ready?
Begin. They're already pre-shuffled.
Yes, all readings are spontaneous.
In the powerful moment that this is.
At Casadega.
At Casadega.
Wow.
Oh, I think they had that once.
The very first card to open the year of 2015 is really a perfect, great card because it is the Four of Swords, which is the card of review. It's kind of a life review card.
Yes. It's taking stock.
Exactly.
Is what it is. Taking stock of the previous year, I think, is what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing sort of an overview of all that they've been through, all the pain, all the good, all the bad.
Mm-hmm. Because there's been a lot of good.
There's been yes, and there's been some bad.
Some lessons.
Some
Life
lessons to be learned.
Mm-hmm.
And so what this is you're probably recuperating from the holidays, recuperating from the revelry of
Mm-hmm.
December.
We saw quite a lot of that
We did.
in November too.
And in November too. So
Mm-hmm.
here we go into January, and you're finally over all that, and it's time for you to find a respite, to find a sanctuary, whether it's just within your home or within yourself, and to heal, because this is a healing card.
Mm-hmm.
To heal particularly your mind if you've been overwrought.
Mm-hmm. It's also a little bit about a rest, taking a rest. Because if you've been running, at full speed for the past 2 months, which a lot of people have, it's one party after another.
Mm-hmm.
This card can be as, mundane as it's time to recuperate
Yes.
from the festivities, and it's a great way to open the year.
Well, I know that it isn't precisely a travel card, but it often does indicate a sort of a holiday from.
A holiday.
A holiday.
You know how you have to take a holiday from the holiday?
Yes, you have to take a holiday from your holiday.
Like after we get back from our road trip?
Yes. We'll be exhausted from this.
So we'll have to lay around and watch YouTube videos.
Oh, I love that.
That's our favorite thing to do.
It is.
YouTube
Sometimes
videos produced about our dead gurus, right?
By our dead gurus.
Manly Hall, perfect
Manly
person to
Hall.
watch while you're doing this. Manly Palmer Hall, he's
Yes.
awesome.
Oh, he's so awesome.
Yes, and then she's also watching Rudolph Steiner.
I love him.
Yes, he's great.
And who else? Oh, then Michael.
Michael Tessarian.
We watch him too.
He's a little weird though because he believes in aliens.
That's right.
Who else?
Blavatsky now.
Blavatsky.
Although there isn't anything, of course, made by her, or really her book is available, both Isis.
The Return is Isis Returns.
And also The Secret Doctrine.
Okay, The Secret Doctrine.
And those are available free online.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just Google it, and if you have, a year or two
For the rest of your
to
life.
spare, you can read that, and fascinating information.
Right, exactly. It's like
Yes.
the other people in my life say, who are those old dead men that you listen to on YouTube? I'm like, they're awesome! You can listen while you're doing the dishes. It's really fun. So, that said, this is the environment.
So that's them watching
Virgo.
YouTube.
That's right. Resting, relaxing, recuperating,
Yes, watching our dead
refueling.
gurus. Refueling. Precisely. Refueling.
Mm-hmm.
In order to get to your challenge, which here it is.
Ooh.
All right.
All right.
Page of Cups reversed is your challenge. This is again a mind conundrum for the medium.
Yes, this is Stump the Psychic.
Stump the Psychic.
Okay, so the Page of Cups reversed would mean you're waiting for a letter to come in the mail. If it was the age of letters, you're running to the mailbox every day, or you're checking your text messages and you're kind of waiting, and that's a challenge.
Well, that, and you see in the upright, it could represent that to me, it's almost like another one of these cards that represent being stalled imaginatively, inspirationally, and trying to get over some sort of block that you have. You want very much to initiate a new, either a new coupling, a new relationship, or perhaps a new creative project, or you want to be inspired by some new avenue of creative release, but your challenge is to go deep inside and to find the ingredients within you to make this happen, because in its reversed, it means you're emotionally stymied. You're emotionally blocked. That's...
Now I'm blocked.
Uh-oh.
I'm emotionally blocked.
No.
Uh-oh, here comes the next card.
Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Unexpectedly, we have the Emperor upright.
Okay, so let's go back a little bit. So we have, okay, this is in the position of the unexpected. Few rules and regulations.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like going back to school or back into some sort of organization that, requires you to live by certain guidelines or codes of ethics, So, that will unexpectedly occur maybe before you quite are ready for that.
Yeah.
This year, because this card...
There's something you're emotionally drained.
Yeah, this card it goes along
Yes,
with
it does.
the 4 because it basically says, man, you're going to really need this time for rest and recovery in January. I think that's really, because coming up before you know it, you're sort of going to have to toe the line. Right.
Somebody's asking you to produce something, to be emotionally inspirational or creative, or to add your sensibility, your creative sensibility to something. And your challenge is to do that.
But it's almost like a syllabus, like follow this
syllabus,
or maybe there's someone in your life who's part of a structure.
Yeah, because it's structured very much like the Hierophant, but different.
Yeah.
In that this represents sort of more of a
government.
Governor.
There's like being governed,
but it's Did you see the Aries? The 2 rams.
Right. It's like
so. The Emperor is a doer. This is.
If you only do this, then this will happen.
Yeah, he's not one that wants all that fluff, that creative fluff, that creative. He's let's get this done. He's the architect. He's the builder. He's the CEO of a company that wants simply to have things that actually work.
Right. He's also the good father, because the Emperor is always the father, sort of patriarchal figure who provides, who supports, who protects.
Or he might come back into the picture as a human being, representative of those qualities. He might come back unexpectedly, or he might become much more evident in your life, contributing to what I would think is this, your conundrum.
Well, he's in the upright.
He's in the upright,
So
he's a positive.
unexpectedly, he's positive.
He's positive.
Yeah, so maybe you need to govern your lifestyle a little bit more.
Yeah, that could be too, because
And you're sort of an inner sort of governing.
it could be that. It could be an inner government.
You know how when you're a child you need a governess to govern yourself?
Yes,
because
yes.
your parents are gone.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So if your inner parents are gone, you might need to call it an inner governess.
That's
sort
right.
of like Mary
the
Poppins.
superego, as Freud would say.
Yeah, it's like calling Mary
Suddenly
Poppins.
the superego comes in and says, hey, let's do it this
Yeah,
way,
she's
that
like,
way.
take your medicine, go to bed.
Go to bed. You can't go out tonight.
Yes,
It'd be a
yeah.
good idea if you didn't have that second drink.
Yes,
You know?
it's just maybe that's what it is, because
might
look
be.
at this,
Because it's self-discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute self-discipline.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that makes sense.
Calling Mary Poppins.
And finally, look at that. They succeed at the end.
The world.
Wow, the world upright.
At the end of the month, we have the world. And if you look at the card, what you'll see is this lovely woman who is sort of being born.
Naked into the world.
Often called the vagina card by Ava and Trudy. Ready? It is the last card of the major arcana, which is why it's the party card.
It is the party. It's finally celebration. If it has to do with your problem here, which is to become inspired, to become more self-disciplined, to get the job done, you do it.
And what will it take?
It would take self-discipline. It would take rules and regulations.
This is a governess. Who was it? Nanny McPhee.
I don't know her.
It's another great movie, Nanny McPhee. And in the outcome position, what we have is this rebirth.
It's a rebirth.
Okay, so maybe you were a horrid little child last year.
Oh, yes.
Not terribly horrid, but you had a little bit too much fun. You maybe got into a little bit of trouble.
Yes.
We had the 9 of Cups, the Fat and Happy card. We had some things going on with, like, perhaps 2 men at the same time. Or if you're a man.
Or several of you had that problem.
Yes, if you can call that a problem.
Yes.
That's not really a problem.
It can be.
Well,
Even one is a problem. So,
okay.
Anyway.
I'm trying not to laugh at that. But yeah, and then we had, last month, what we had was 9 of Cups, Fat and Happy, maybe getting a little bit, overly indulgent. And
Yes.
then the next card, the challenge, was the crying over
spilt milk.
what had happened.
All right.
Could have been
Yeah.
some shame, goes along with that card. So this
And-
month, what we have is this whole sense of taking time out and
Reforming.
reforming. It's
That's
like
what it is.
reform school.
You go to reform school in January.
That's
you become
right.
a good girl.
That's right.
And you take stock of everything, and then you make decisions, and you're a firm disciplinarian.
Or if you're a bundle keeper, it's the same thing, right?
It is.
You basically take stock, and and this is this first card is this 4 of Swords, is the taking stock card. And what Ava and I try to do is teach the tarot. So if you look at this card, what you'll see is this gentleman lying on his coffin.
Yes.
Why is he lying on his coffin? Because as a warrior or a soldier in the medieval times, they would commission coffins because there was probably, a very slim chance they would return alive. And then if they did, they would lie on the coffin if they returned alive. And they would thank God that they were alive, first of all. And then secondly, they would review the battle and perhaps they would, come up with some idea in terms of how to do it better next time, which is what you'll be doing this month, I think, right, Virgo?
Yes, and also, implementing some rules and regulations for either for yourself or for your family, or maybe someone in your midst will be doing that for you.
Right, so it's self-governance, governance,
Government.
perhaps pull in, watch a few Mary Poppins movies. Nanny McPhee, which is another really fun movie that you can watch.
Yeah.
And you know, because your inner child requires some inner governance.
Yes.
And
yes.
at the end,
It actually reminds me of sort of like a lot of Bruce Lee movies, where he goes to the Xing Li or the Xing, whatever it's called, where he becomes master of himself.
oh yeah, we'll have to watch some Bruce Lee movies.
Bruce Lee movies. And
They're not too violent, are they?
They're very violent, yes.
Ew.
So in any event, yeah, he always has to fight like 50 Kung Fu experts,
Oh dear.
and he makes mincemeat of them all.
Oh yuck, I don't want to see
Yes.
that.
So at the end, we have the world, and
Yes.
oh my. So you're starting out
It's a new
the
incarnation.
first, yes, reincarnated in January. You are a new human being, a new life, a new chance to
Yeah, it's just like that. It's just like, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I
No.
would just started thinking of Diaper Baby or Diaper Man.
my diaper man.
Do you know how the new year is always represented by the baby in the diaper?
Yes, yes.
That's who this is.
Yes, that's true, isn't it?
The baby in the diaper.
My diaper man was a little different from that.
She had a diaper man.
It's a long story.
Tell the story of the diaper man. We have time.
We do?
Yes.
Well, I used to live in Key West, and there was a diaper man there, and the diaper man was on the brink of insanity, really, poor fellow. And he would wear nothing but a diaper with these enormously big pins. He was about 55 years old or so. And he would have a wooden cross about 4 times his size that he would drag up and down the street at a particular hour of the day.
Uh-huh.
And then he would proclaim the coming of the Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was my diaper man. Nothing like that is going to happen to you.
Right. Nothing like that.
Don't fear that you will become diaper man.
But look out, from now on the world card is going to be the diaper man card.
Diaper man card. So if you don't know what we're talking about,
Yes.
come back to this video.
That's right. So thanks,
So-
and wow, it's a great reading. You're
It
going to
is.
govern yourself finally, and I'm sure all of your relatives will be really relieved.
Yes.
Finally,
yes.
the new year finds you governing yourself properly. So thank
and
you
a whole
so
new
much.
world will open up to you, and so please be grateful for that, Virgo, and all the best to you for this year.
Yep. So we have a
And-
couple of announcements.
Yes, we do.
We would like for you to send us your global predictions for next year.
Yes. And we're going to pick out the most interesting ones,
And we'll post them
we'll post them.
as they come up.
So if you're inspired psychically and think that there's some sort of tremendous events coming that you feel in your bones that are going to happen, please send those to us, and we will let the world know before it's too late.
And you can even do it via a 4-card spread. So practice your 4-card spread and send your global predictions to avatrudy@yahoo.com. We too will be doing our global predictions, which will be available via our council cards. So the council card archive will also include
Our global predictions for 2015.
and so subscribe
subscribe.
below, very easy. And
Right
if
down there.
and if you would like a personal reading, please visit us at virtualtarot.wordpress.com, because these readings are global readings
Yeah.
for the entire planet, done to also teach you how to read the cards. But we do love meeting you guys. All you have to do is email us at avatrudy@yahoo.com.
Yes. And the Vita reading that actually pertains to your life, to your circumstances, you get, there's questions, 4 questions really. Most of those readings provide you with 4 different questions, and when we do the readings, we address them specifically for you.
Specifically for you, yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks, and Let's go out and party. Oh, I lost my little noisemaker.
Oh,
Do you
no.
think it'll still work?
I hope.
Oh dear, wouldn't that be just a tragedy? All right,
Go ahead.
we're not going to bed. We gotta get up and get dressed. You ready?
Ready? Use try.
Boy, that was weak.
All right.
Have fun. Govern yourself.
Am I cool or what?
This is the monkey tarot card reader.
All right, hold on.
Let me shuffle the cards. Shuffle the cards spontaneously.
And then he says,
All readings are spontaneous.